Hi guys, in this video we are going to be making this dress. So I'm wearing the blue one because it was the first one I tried and then I got a proper hang of it and I decided to show you guys how to make it. You know I'm nice, so let's get right into it. I already have my pattern here. Now this pattern is the one from the full flare dress that we made, the full length circle dress that we made. This is the pattern. You can see the neckline and the armhole, but then in this dress we're going to be going up a bit, and that's because the dress starts from the neck, like the very beginning of our neck, so that's why I'm going up a bit. This mark here is just a little bit above the breast, but this one goes up to the neck. So now I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to be folding my fabric and doing all of my measurements for us to be able to get this style. So just like the circle dress that we made, we're going to be folding this one as well, just like a triangle. So now I'm going to mark out all of my measurements using my pattern and my tape rule. The measurements, the dress length for this dress is 64 and it's actually 63, but then plus 1 inch allowance gives me 64. So the dress length is 64, which is why I'm using my 120-inch tape. So I'm going to be placing my pattern and showing you guys how I'm going to mark all of the measurements and all of the joinings. So I'm placing my pattern like this on my fabric. I already folded into a triangle and I am placing my pattern like this on my fabric. Now because I am going to be folding in the top here by 1 inch, for me to be able to put in the rope I'm going to be putting on my neckline, I'm going to be marking 1 inch up here and then continuing the mark that I have to make. But first of all, I'm going to pin down my pattern. So the first thing, like I said, is to mark 1 inch here. This 1 inch, we're going to be folding it in here, and then I'm going to be joining this one like this to the top. You can see that. And then I'll mark my dress length now. When you're marking your dress length, you start from here. You start from the top here, not from the allowance mark we made. You start from the very top. Great, so I've done all the markings now and I am going to be cutting out this dress now. Great, so I've done all the cutting for the side. So now I'm going to get fabric and join the bottom. I'll be doing 3 joinings. This place, this one, and this one. So I'm going to get fabric to cover all of these parts, and then we'll head to the sewing machine. I will show you what I'm going to be doing to the front, how I'm going to be achieving the cut that you can see in the front. So this is the front. I'm going to be using the pieces to tape the armhole. I'm going to measure 8 inches because I want the cut to be at least maybe 5 inches. So I'm going to be measuring 8 inches here. Right, so this is how it's going to be. I'm going to be making a cut here. So I just need the facing for this middle part to be able to turn it inside. I'm going to be using the fabric itself to fold this part in like this, and then I'll be using the pieces to tape the armhole like this. so I won't be cutting any facing for that. So you also do this same cutting for your back as well, because I'm going to put the opening as well. That slit thing, I'm also going to put it at the back, so you can also make the cutting at the back as well, the exact same thing. So now we're going to go to the sewing machine and join everything together. So this is my belt. I already cut the pieces for the belt. I'm going to be making the belt. This is what I'll be using to tape the armhole of the dress. This is my pocket. As you can see, I have a video on how to fix pockets. You can just click on that and watch that. And then this is my facing. I've attached the facing here using the pin. So this is my facing for the front, and it's also the same thing for the back. I have this opening here because we're going to be passing a rope out, and then this is our rope. I'm going to start by joining all the pieces that needs to be joined. My belt, I need to join it because I have 2 pieces here because I wanted it to be really long. I have 2 pieces here, so I'm going to be joining this to this, and then the rope as well that we're going to be passing from front to back. I'm also going to be joining it at this point. My dress, I'm going to be joining the facing, and then all of the joinings that need to be done at the bottom of the dress, like at this point, I'm going to be joining all of this. I've sewn my facing, and now I'm cutting open the middle so that it can turn over. Because that point is a very sharp pointed edge, if I do not make a notch right there in the middle, it won't be able to turn over. So you can see that. Great. So now I'm going to turn it over. Oh, I should have showed you what it would look like if I didn't cut it, but then this is, now that I've been able to open it, now it can turn over without looking too bulky underneath. I'm going to go ahead and top stitch my facing so that it can slip down properly. So I've finished my facing and I've pinned it down just so that I can have it in order before I go and press. So I've attached my facing to the dress, to the neck of the dress, for both of them actually. Look at this. So this is the back and this is the front, and then this is the belt we're going to be passing inside here. So now I'm going to weave all of these parts. I'm going to finish up the ends so that they don't fray because it's currently fraying. I'm going to finish up the parts and then show you how I'm going to be folding this in like this to be able to pass the belt on all 4 parts of the neckline. So now I've weaved the facing, you can see I've weaved the facing and all of these parts. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to fold this in like this. I'm going to be folding this in by the amount of allowance I left. I left 1 inch because I'm going to be passing the rope in like this, so the rope will be able to move freely like this. Great. So this is our final product. I've turned the neck in, I've passed my rope, I've hemmed the bottom of the dress. You can see my rope. I've put hemming gum in the neckline. That's what I used to make it stay down. I've passed my rope, I've done everything. I've even put my pockets, my inseam pockets. I've put my pockets, and that's it. Thank you guys.